Hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of the Wunderkind Show. And I'm your host, Nitro. Look, today's topic, quarterbacks need receivers. Simple as that. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because as a Ravens fan, my team has been doing complete and utter foolishness for the past couple years. As a Ravens fan, let me put this into a perfect shot for you guys to understand where I'm coming from. Ravens are known for smash mouth run game, right? And amazing defense. Those two things are what we are known for. It's what this team was built on, right? So we always said, man, with what we have here, if we ever had one of those top flight quarterbacks, the world, nothing would be able to stop us. The world wouldn't know what to do with us. Fast forward to 2018. We get a guy called Lamar Jackson. He takes over mid-season. I want to remind people that team was 4-5. 4-5. And then they finally made the switch at quarterback, going from Joe Flacco to Lamar Jackson. They were 4-5. They ended up going 10-6. That was not even a full rookie season. They went 10-6. And everyone said, oh, it was a splash in the pan. It probably won't be able to be duplicated. They've seen enough film. He's not going to have success. Okay. Then they go to 2019. Still no receivers or anything like that. But Lamar is so dynamic that he proves that a lot of times he can make magic out of nothing. A boppity-boo, then bippity-boo, then bippity-boppity-boo. Like magic. And then they end up going 14-2. He goes and wins an MVP, leads the league in passing touchdowns, and I believe he was like 6th or 7th in rushing yards. 2020, he went 11-5, and the only time he missed the playoffs was when he was hurt. And when he gave the team, before he was hurt, we were first in our division and first in the AFC. I say this because a lot of times, people always say, what if we had this? And then it doesn't turn out because the team's never had it before. So now they're fumbling the generational talent in front of your very eyes. And all of us are sitting here like we can't believe it. And the reason why I said quarterbacks need wide receivers is because we're looking at Aaron Rodgers right now, who is a back-to-back MVP quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live. He's top 5. I don't care what anybody says. He's top 5. Clearly top 5 of all time. They gave him trash at the wide receiver position, and he has struggled mightily. Tom, and I use these adages because sometimes you need to bring up these names and not the newer names so people can understand that this is called a pattern. Tom Brady left New England, right? And everyone, he's complaining like, look, you're not giving me, talent. You're not giving me weapons. If you give me weapons, I'll get you another title. Belichick said, no, it's not what we're going to do. And he left. He went to Tampa Bay, the Bucks, a.k.a. the Yucks. Won a Super Bowl because they gave him wide receivers. They didn't even give him one. Shoot, they didn't even give him 2. They gave him 3 and an amazing tight end. So for this mindset of saying, for you to be great, you just have to make people around you better, it's utter garbage. It's utter garbage. because all of the great quarterbacks throughout NFL history had at least one amazing receiver on the team. It makes their job that much easier. Let's say, for the sake of argument, there's a blitz. They're rushing in. You glance off your first read and you see your second read, right? And you see that wide receiver one-on-one. No safety. And you just, before the blitz gets to you, just and flick it to him to give him a chance. Do you know why quarterbacks do that? Because with that receiver, they built a rapport, they've built trust, and they've built confidence. And with all of that, the receiver needs to have talent. Those other three things are a necessity to be successful at a high level, but you still need to have talent. Tom Brady left New England because of lack of talent. He left, got weapons, and won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers looks like night and day because he does not have a number one receiver. Number one receivers change the way or how much defenses can do to you. And here's what I mean by that. If you have a guy on the outside all game, and you know he could burn that cornerback, the safety has to be over that side. You have to bring help over to that side of the field. So what does that do to the other side? It leaves them in a missing number count, right? It's lopsided. It's no longer equal in the number count, or it's hat on hat. Because usually the quarterback is not accounted for, nowadays they are, but aren't accounted for in run plays and stuff like that. It's usually 11 on 10, right? Because the quarterback does not help in the run game. Usually. Old school wise. Right? So it's usually 10 on 11. That's why they said the Ravens play 11 on 11 football. You get where I'm coming from? So if you got a guy like Lamar Jackson who forces teams to play 11 on 11 football, and you have a guy on the outside that could go and win a large percentage on one-on-one matches, then you got something special. That aids the run game. That aids your plays to the tight end. That aids your screen game. That aids your swing game. Like, it literally aids everything. And I want to reiterate this because a lot of people don't understand just how far this works. Buffalo Bill fans right now will take a bullet for Josh Allen. But those same fans were fed up with him before Stephon Diggs got there. What was Tua before Tyreek? Philly fans wanted nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. And then he got who? A.J. Brown. Now they're undefeated. Y'all think it's a coincidence? And this is where the frustration comes in. Because we're in right now, I'm dealing with an organization that knows this, that sees this, that's been begging for a high quality quarterback. And do you know what they've done? They've squandered his rookie years, his rookie contract years. They've squandered every single year of it. Oh, we'll have next year. It's always next year. And now that he's outplayed the contract at such a remarkable level, you don't look like you want to give him the contract. Market value contract. That's hilarious to me. That's not funny to you? It's funny to me. Because it doesn't make sense. At some point or another, they got to be called out for this. Because if you have a quarterback, check this out. Let me show you how crazy this is. If you have a quarterback that can't throw, you know what you have to do? You have to get a weapon that can outplay the scheme and make up for the deficiencies of that QB, right? And if you have a quarterback that can throw the ball, then you get a top flight weapon so they can show off that arm, so that arm could be even more lethal. Either way, they need the weapon. Lamar Jackson right now is sitting with DeMarcus Robinson and Duvernay as his 1 and 2. We don't know, and I said this weeks ago, we don't know what Bateman's injury is going to be. We don't know what he'll be even after the injury. But they're willing to gamble on that. They're willing to say, oh, Lamar will cover up enough. We'll be good enough. Why not be great? It's not hard when you're in the position that they are to be great. It's not. Because you have a generational player at the position. And he covers up so many problems. So many problems. He even saves jobs. Like a good neighbor, Lamar Jackson is there. Yo. Like straight up. John Harbaugh was about to get fired. He said, like a good neighbor, Lamar Jackson is there. Lamar Jackson said, I ain't letting you get fired. I'm here. Oh my God. We're gonna the 11-5 season. Oh my God, we're losing. We're like 4-5. like a good neighbor. Lamar Jackson is there. Lamar Jackson comes back. They rattle off like 6 straight, 7 straight. This is an ongoing theme. Lamar, please save me. What about Lamar makes him look like he's a genie in a bottle? He's not Christina Aguilera. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. Pause. There's no rubbing over here. Like, bro. And they keep doing that. Oh, Lamar, go save us. And if Lamar doesn't save us, Justin Tucker, go save us. Instead of just saying, let's blow people out. Let's not even give them the chance. 2019 was the easiest season for Justin Tucker in his career. That man wasn't kicking nothing. We were going for it on. We were going for 2 2-point conversions. We was blowing people out. He wasn't kicking no field goal, nothing. He's like, dang, bro, this is easy. Justin Tucker in 2019 made the easiest NFL paycheck of all time. At least for a kicker. Because some of them backup QBs be making paper and don't be doing nothing. Can you imagine if being a backup to an Aaron Rodgers for years, just getting paid just to sit there and watch him perform great? Or Peyton Manning? It's really sad. It really is, because as a Ravens fan, man, we've had some horrible quarterback play. Horrible. We get a guy to come in here that literally brings a shot of amazing into the building. A shot of anything is possible into the building. And then the Ravens said, let's be as cheap as possible now that we have him. Because no matter what, we're gonna put butts in the seats because he's an exciting player. He's a dual player. Not only does he win, he's exciting. So we're gonna just make this money. Depend on him. If we go into playoffs, we go into playoffs. If not, we're doing what we got to do. Poor team construction. I don't get why you guys can't manipulate the cap to get what you need. I'm so tired. I am so sick and tired of hearing Raven flock being like, oh, we're spending to the cap. You're spending to the cap wrong. Wrong. You're saying we don't have the money to get no stars. Then how? Think about it. If you're spending, if you have a child, right? And you give them a little debit card and you say every month, I'm going to give you $100 on that debit card. Every single month, I'm going to put $100 on there, right? $100. Okay? That should pay for drinks, food. You don't got a car, so there's no gas. Just snacks and stuff like that for when you're at school or other things you need, you can get it. And if you save up a couple months, you can even get a pair of shoes or something like that you would like. Right? And every month you go to that child and that child says, I only have $1 left, so I can't get those stuff I like. And you're like, how do you only have $1 left and I don't see you with nothing nice? It's not like you bought some new Jordans. It's not like you bought a new watch. It's not like you bought a new console or video games. What are you spending it on? And when you look at the receipt, it's all candy. $100 worth of Hershey's. Make it worse, Hershey Kisses. They eat them individually. How mad would you be with that child? If the excuse was, you're like, oh, you're going on a school trip. Oh, well, you got your card. Well, can I use, I don't have enough to get anything. What do you mean you don't have enough to get anything? I give you $100 on that card every month. I spent it. Hershey's with almonds in them is irresistibly good. Mwah. What? And that's what the Ravens front office does. Think about it. The biggest star that we've ever had. They're reluctant to give him a contract that's market value. And on top of it, we won't even give him weapons that other players of his caliber have. Refusing. They are literally refusing to do so. They're saying, no, we're not doing that. But then you expect us to be so excited when any news come out. You think we're going to be excited about Deshaun Jackson? 35-year-old Deshaun Jackson? You're thinking, oh, maybe we could strike, You're playing lottery, and you've lost almost your entire career at doing it this way. And you're like, well, it only takes once. Come on now, bro. Stop putting the fan base through this. Get our generational QB some talent on the outside and let him go to work. Let him perform. Oh my God, if we do that, he might win a Super Bowl. Duh. Like, yo, think about all the drop passes that we have. The routes that aren't run properly. The plays that have to be made with his feet because people can't get open. They're playing one-on-one on the outsides almost exclusively when teams go against the Ravens. And the wide receivers still can't get off that. Can't beat press. Nothing. So my question comes to like what Marlon Humphrey said. It's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And they're happy with the same outcome as long as tickets and things are being sold. It has to change. There has to be a change. If we are going to be serious about winning and contending year in and year out, there has to be a philosophical change in the front office that are willing to overextend just a little to make big differences. So, look, that's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for tuning in. I believe that's episode 38, man. We are going through episodes. But it's your host, Nitro. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. And if you're on Twitter, retweet. It's not hard, baby. Hit that little circle thingy. Retweet. tweet. Yeah, retweet for your boy. Like and subscribe. You could be anywhere in the world, but you guys are tuned in right here with me. And I appreciate that. Now you guys got to go, because I got to go. And y'all know how I ends the show, and you know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out. Yurt.